Can I be heard? Can I be heard? I can. Marvellous. So, here we go again. Some more Division 2 fun and frolics. This again from Red Bull Ring, but looking certainly a hell of a lot drier than it did on Sunday. And action's going to be... I don't know what to expect, because they're all... This week they're all in... we're all in MX5s and and they are as slow as anything. They're not very fast, and I personally don't like driving them. That's why I'm sitting watching the race and not racing. Plus, as Mick would probably say, I'd probably drop out after a couple of laps. The king of the rage quitters. But anyways, here we go for some more Division 2 action. They're all on fixed setups with this car as well, so they can't make any changes to it, only brake bias. So let's see who we've got out there. So he has Mick with yeah, that's a livery. Now this is a fantastic livery from Joe. Look at that. The Bean car. I'm going to call it Mr. Bean. And for the rest of this race I'm going to call Joe Mr. Bean. Just for the... That's just epic, that livery. Fantastic. Ben next in a Pirelli shod car. Yeah. That's interesting. There's the stake, looking very colourful. There's Mr. Illicit Power with a very pinkish car. Next is Giando. Then Larv in a very interesting coloured car. Let's have a look at it. There it is. Robot has put a lot of effort into his livery. You can tell. Just borrowed the stock one, I believe. In fact, he has. Next is Grim. Now I've seen this livery before from Grim. It is brilliant. It is a brilliant livery from Grim. It is a very, very Iron Brew type livery. Fuller is next. Jumping the curb. Let's lively. And then finally we have Phyllis Maximus, the tax grass. So there we go. So Mick is going to be the first one to set a time. He's just heading over into turns 5 and 6. Now, so let's see what sort of time he gets off the bat. Heading down into turns 8 and 9. Runs wide, just about, keeps it on the track. Final turn. I think it's going to be Joe who's going to set the first opening time. Let's see, so... Oh, 47.4 from Ben. Joe sets a 48 something. Stig 49.6. 50.4 from Illicit. Lav on a 48.6. Robot on a 50.6. Fuller on a 50.0. And then the tax grass goes 48.6. So at the minute, Ben's got the fastest time early on from the tax grass, Lav, and then Mr. Bean. So now let's see what people do for their next laps. They're probably going to get 2 or 3 lively laps in. So let's see what Joe can produce. He's got potential to be quick this week, Joe. He's 3/10 up. Oh, going very, very wide out of turn 6 and 7. Heading down now into 8 and 9. And he's been valued car. Every little helps from Joe, and he goes second fastest. Very good time. Mick goes into 5th place, I think, 48.9. Steak goes 48.6. Lisset goes 49.2. Jando goes 50.5. Grim goes 49.7. It'll be a tight race, I think, this week. So there is Phil. Let's see where he's going to on this lap. Is it a slow down lap? He's a second down anyways. So let's go back to Joe for just this stage of the lap. He's up. He's up. Let's see what he does now, heading into 8 and 9. Here he comes now. It's going to be across the strike. He goes fastest. 47.1. That's a cracking time. There from Joe. Stig goes 47.7, goes 3rd fastest. Lav goes 48.5 and goes 4th fastest. Jando, say 49.5. Robot does 48.7. What's going to be almost a second to last lap. So I'll tell you what I'm going to keep an eye on. Let's see if Ben can respond this lap round. Heading down now into turn 3, the real turn 3. So now, let's see what happens here. As he heads through turns 5 and 6, of course, our most recent winner in Division 2. It was good to see him actually perform so well now. So now he's up on his time, but he's not up enough to get past Joe. And through turns 8 and 9. as he now goes across. He's going to head across the stripe. Joe goes 14.69. That's impressive. Ben improves and stays second fastest. Stig improves and stays third fastest. Lav improves but stays fourth. Illicit goes 49.2, I think. Grim pops himself into the 47s and goes fourth fastest. Let's see what Phil can do. Nope, he stays sixth as well. Everyone's going to be on their final laps now. So the first one going to be across the line is going to be Joe. Joe is now heading down towards the real turn 3. So let's see what Mr. Bean can do. Let's see what Mr. Bean can do for his final lap. Is he going to go any quicker? No, he's down. So next one's going to be Ben. Ben's down as well. Stig's next. Stig's up by a tenth on his time. Needs to find a couple of tenths more to try and improve. Heads down now into turns 8 and 9. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, goes Stig across the line. He's not going to improve. Stays third fastest. Lav improves and goes fourth. Robot improves and goes sixth fastest. Wow. Here comes Phil across the line. Doesn't improve, and Fuller has stayed in the pit lane. So there we have it. Everyone is across the line. So I've got Joe on pole from Ben and the Stig. Lav in fourth, and then there's Grimthy in fifth. Mr. Iron Brewman. Mr. Iron Brewman. Go. My voice is still working, which is good to see. Robot is in sixth. Attacks Grass in seventh. Then there's Mick, Illicit, Jando, and then there's Fuller. So here we go. It's 22 laps. Of Red Bull Ring. And well, it's lights out and off we go. Joe gets a half decent start heading down into turn 1. It seems all very pedestrian. They're all going to get through clean. Yeah, I'd say just about. Yeah, everyone's through clean. Fantastic. So Joe gets through first, and then you've got Ben in second, the Stig in third. There's Grim, he's up to fourth. Mick's favourite track, and I believe that's Martin. So hello, nice to see you, Martin. Long time no speak. He claims it's his favourite track, but I've heard that he's got a new favourite. He hasn't revealed what it is yet, but I've heard he has a new favourite. So I'd keep an eye out on that one, Martin. So now we've got battle brewing, I believe, for second place between Ben and the Stig. I'm just going to quickly do this so I can go to the onboard views at any point. So Stig is staying close to the back of Ben, and Joe is actually pulling away a little bit early on. There's Stig in third. Grim has got a good start, he's in fourth, and then you've got Robot there in fifth spot. Haha. Mick's favourite track, is that the one from the chair to the fridge? Well, yeah, actually. Or anything that involves walking to the shop, I believe, Ed. So there's Robot, he's up to fifth from the start. There's Larv in sixth. The Tax Grass there is in seventh. He's got illicit power for company, and oh, that was lively heading into turn one. They're doing something other than what I believe is called track limits, or as I like to call it, the figgy line. So now Illicit has Mick and Jando for company, and there's Fuller in the background. Mick's having a look down the inside into two. Oh, that side by side. There's a little bit of rubbing. Nothing wrong with that, but now we're heading three wide. Three wide with Jando and Illicit. This is getting lively, folks. Heading down now into the real turn three. And Jando's outdone himself, and he's off in the gravel. Yeah, he's off in the gravel. Never mind. So Mick is now up to 8th, and Illicit's up to 9th. Fuller, I think, has had an incident as well. So that's Mick now in 8th spot. There's Phil, the Tax Grass, in 7th. Larv there in 6th. And now we have a battle between Robot and the Drift King, Grimothy. And actually, just a little bit ahead of that, we've got Stig trying to defend from Ben here. Heading down into turn one. Let's see what happens here. Go on board with Stig. Let's see if he can get the move done. Into turn two. And he's got the line. But Ben's trying to do the cutback. Let's see what happens here. It's side by side. Stig gets the cutback. And Ben sends it. Oh, dear me. This is absolute side-by-side frolics. And it's a very good battle. Stig there getting in the back end drifting. This is a very, very enjoyable battle to watch early on. But Ben, for the minute, claims second spot from the Stig. Grim is so far holding off Robot for 4th. Lava's a little bit redundant in 6th, as is Attacked Ross. Now we've got Mick and Illicit. As we're now heading to final two corners, see what happens here. Mick using all the traction there. I didn't think he was a fan of traction. After the pacing he's been given to certain someone, I thought he would not have any on this car. As Alyssa is holding on to him, and holding on to him quite nicely. Jando and there's full out the back. So, Mr. Bean out in front. There's Ben in second, just starting to break away from the Stig a little bit. Can the Stig possibly haul himself back into contention here against Ben? I'd like to see it. Heading down now into the real turn 3. Sorry, Ed. I know you like to argue the case, but it is not turn 4. So now let's watch. Can the Stig bring himself back in to the fold here? He's just a little bit too far back to make anything happen just at the minute. But you tend to think that the slipstream will be powerful. And I believe I've got a bite. Nice to know I can be heard, and it's good to know that my voice is actually working this week. As now Stig heads into turn 1, he's keeping close to Ben, and actually these two, going as quick as they are, they're bringing themselves back into play against Joe. So this will be something just to keep an eye on with these three. And actually, dare I say it, but Grim is sort of half being dragged along here. He's not really being allowed. He's not allowing to get away that much. He's doing an alright job of it. He's dropped Robot. Robot has fallen back in the hands of Laugh Sesh. There he goes. There's Phil. Looking for some more tax he can take off people. There's Mick. And he's got Alyssa. It's still not that far away from. Trying to see what he's got on his car. I can't really see it. There's Alyssa there, and Jando and Fuller. Look at that! Look at the slide from Jando, and he actually knocks Fuller off on the inside. On the inside line, which was slightly unfortunate. There they go. So now back to the three leaders, and actually Ben has got ahead of Joe somewhere. Well, it leads me to think that Joe's possibly made a mistake somewhere. Heading down now into 2. Joe's going to have a look down the inside. Just about even, and actually now that's allowed the Stig into play. Stig's bringing himself back into play quite nicely. Can he outbreak Joe now into the real turn 3? Stig slides out a bit wide. That allows Joe to get the cut back. And he gets it. Nice move there from Mr. Bean. That's why I said the real turn 3 and the real turn 2. Might occur that I might be just trying to get a bite, you don't know. Because everyone knows that even though it's not a real turn, there is a turn 2 somewhere. That's why you say turn 2, maybe it's turn, I don't know, 2.5? Something like that. And now actually these two squabbling, it's allowing Grim on the back of them. He's not allowing them to get away. There he is. There's the 4th place man. Robot and Lav have been sort of sitting together for a little while. There's Phil. He's having a bit of a lonely race so far. Mick's just starting to drag himself away from Illicit. There he is. Jando's dragged himself away from Fuller. So now back to the battle. It's now a front 4 as they head down towards the real turn 3. It's the stick. He's having a look down the inside. Not close enough to make a move, but now there's a possibility of this becoming a foursome for the lead. Joe going very, very wide there. Very, very wide. Almost as wide as Mick's waistline. Hello Mick, when you watch this back later on. So now, let's see if Mr. Bean can defend from Grim. Grim having a look down the inside, says hi. Not close enough to make a move stick. You sort of get the feeling Grim's being held up a little bit here from Joe, and he could probably battle at the front. Look at Grim's times are incredibly consistent. Grim's got a better drive out of 1, and he now has the inside line heading up towards 2. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. Brilliant move there from Grim. Up into 3rd place. So now, let's see if he can make an impression on the front 2. As he now goes side by side with Joe, heading down towards the proper turn 3. And there's a bit of contact there, but Joe goes right round the outside of Grim. Can he hold on to the place? Yes, he can. Brilliant battling from these two. Brilliant battling from these two. Someone's had an incident. Ben's off. Oh, Ben, no. It was going so well for him. But he's cost himself time, and he's cost himself the lead as well. Stake now has control at the front. And now we've got a battle between Joe and Grim now for 2nd spot. Heading into the final corner now. Can Grim set himself up for a move into 1? Into up the top of the hill for the turn 2. He's actually having a look into turn 1. Not alongside enough. It's probably going to cost himself a wee bit of time. Because his exit speed has not been that great. And the exit cost him time. The exit cost him time there. So now Joe has just got a little bit of breathing space back to Grim. He can just focus on his racing lines. And just while they're having a breather, they've got Lav now up to 4th. Actually, Ben's cost himself more time than I realised. Because there's Lav in 4th. There's Robot in 5th. Ben's down to 6th. That was a costly error. There's a tax grass there in 7th spot. There's Mick, he's pulled away now from Illicit. There's Fuller and there's Jando. I'm wondering what's going on here with Fuller. Oh, Robot's in. And so is Phyllis as well. I'm just wondering what's going on here with Fuller. Because he seems to have had a slow couple of laps. Oh no, he's been in the pit lane. Ah, he's been in the pit lane, as has Jando. Okay, that makes sense now. We'll stick out front. Now we've got Joe and Grim side by side again. Mr. Bean, can he hold off Grim? Yes, he can. Grim now grimly locking down the inside of 3. No. Can it do it? Can it do it? It's a good job. Good defending. It's a good battle between these two. You know, they've kept it clean. They haven't had any contact. It's been a very, very good battle to watch from this pair. Stig has continued on for another lap, so I believe they're going to go for a 1-stop. As Joe comes out the final corner, there's Grim as well, still carrying on. Lav now in 4th. There's Ben in 5th. There he is. Mick now up to 6th. He's cycled up there through pit stops and such like. Slide never so slightly wide, but no problem. Illicit's in the pit lane. There's tax cross. There's Robot. There's Fuller and Jando. So now Stig out front, and actually Joe's now pulled out a bit of a gap to Grim. So now I'm expecting some people in the pit lane this time by. So I'd expect Stig to be the first one in. Nope, Stig's carried on. Joe's carried on. Grim's carried on, okay. Trying to go as long as possible. This is an interesting call. Lav and Ben are pitting. So it's now going to be down to the battle of virtual pit crews. There's Mick, he's off in the pit lane as well. So there goes Phil. Everyone, quite a few people now in the pit lane. Graham has just dropped off the back of Joe. Joe in turn's dropped. He's gained a little bit of time on the last couple of laps of the stake. So that could be a sort of battle to keep an eye on potentially for now. So, let's say you Stig away in the pit lane. Nope. Mr. Bean is. As is Grim. Okay. So the first of the two leaders in. First two of the leaders in, should I say, sorry. Tactacross, let's see what he's up to. So, let's see, Phyllis carries on as well. They're both refueling. Phil's going to be jumping into a temporary second spot. But, at this stage, he will need to stop again. And actually, that's bad news for Grim. Joe's managed to get out second, and Phyllis come right in the middle there. So that's ever so slightly bad news for Grim. He's chasing Joe. Actually, Phil just made a slight mistake coming out of two. So again, Stig's in, right? Okay, so now Stig is in from the lead. Come on, cameras. There we go. So now, can the Stig hold on to the lead here? Or can Mr. Bean get the undercut? Stig is just arriving in the pit lane now. So there's the tyres, they're going in. Here comes the fuel. Right, Stig's off. Where's Joe? He hasn't gained enough time. Because the Stig is now heading out of the pit lane. There he goes. And that gap, it's shrinking, but it's not shrinking enough. It's not shrinking enough, so that's a good effort from the Stig. He's kept the gap reasonable to Joe. Phil is still keeping himself in touch, but he will need a pit yet for a second time. There's Grim. So there's Robot in fifth. Robot does need a pit again, I believe. Lav in sixth. He doesn't need a pit again. Lav could be sitting a potential fourth here right now. There's Ben. He's down in seventh spot at the minute. There he goes. Illicit is jump mix somewhere. So now that's Illicit up to 8th. There's Mick in 9th. There's Fuller in 10th. And Jando, I believe, has made some sort of error. Whoops. So there's a stake out in front from Joe. Grim has now got ahead of Phil. That's an important move. That's an important move. So now that's Grim in 3rd spot. Nothing in the way now of him trying to get up close to Joe. And in fact, I believe Joe has got up close to the stake. I'll explain later, Nils. I think it's something I'm not going to explain in stream. It takes away from the race, and that's what we're here to talk about, which is the racing. So Joe now in 2nd. He's trying to keep in touch with the stake, but the stake is got the gap a little bit more comfortable. As he has his car of multicolours. Nope, it's not the time nor place to talk about it in the stream. So there's the stake out front. Phil is in for his 2nd stop now. There's there's Joe heading into turn 1, sorry. There's Grim in 3rd. Robot is still in 4th, but he does still need a pit again. There's Lav in 5th. I've just realised that livery is the take on the McLaren one-off livery that they're running in Monaco this weekend. Which, by the way, is one of the best liveries ever created, in my opinion. It just looks absolutely glorious. And also, talking of McLaren as well, they've got a they have a IndyCar team as well, and the Indy 500 practice started in earnest yesterday, and basically they've got a IndyCar team, and the driver Ben's going down the inside of Lav. There he goes. Ben goes down the inside, and now Lav reclaims the place back off him. Good little dice there from these two. But just to finish off, the McLaren team have got Felix Rosenquist, and the sponsor of his 7 car. They're running a one-off livery as well, which also looks pretty special. So you have to admit, it does look beautifully stunning. So there's Lav in 5th. Robot in 4th. May not be he's trying hard not to stop again, I don't think. The stake now, he's in 1st. He's got breathing space there. There's Mr. Bean, and then there's Grim. Robot in fourth has Lav and Ben catching up to him quite quickly. Mick has got up to seventh, and actually Phil's had a bit of a disaster here because he's now down to eighth. He's now down to 8th, and he's now battling Illicit for 8th place. There's Illicit right there. Getting the tail out. There's Fuller still circulating. And there's Jando. So now Stig has plenty gap from Joe in second, then there's Grim in third. And Joe's just about doing enough to keep Grim at arm's length. Lava's now got ahead of Robot, and actually so is Ben as well. Yes, there we go. Justice for Fuller. Hehe. We all love a good hashtag of 5. So now, Robot, can he defend from Ben? Robot has been nicknamed in streams in the past as the Wall, mainly because he is impossible to overtake. I don't know anyone who is as good as defensive from Robot apart from me. Now as Ben is heading into the final 2 turns, and actually Lav looked like he was running a bit wide out of 9. That's allowed Ben the run down the inside, heading down to 1. Robot's trying to make a move, but realising that Ben's there as well. This is almost 3 abreast now into turn 1. And somehow they keep it clean. And now absolutely side by side, heading down to 2. Robot is holding on, he's forcing Lav to go down the outside, and Ben makes 2 into 1. Oof. Nicely done there from Ben. Took advantage of the gap. Oh, a little bit of rubbing there, that was unnecessary, boys. Come on. I don't know what you mean. Oh no, Ben's off! Oh, Ben, no! He's gone. He's off. Oh, man. So now this returns to being the battle for 4th. Just when Ben had done the hard work, he went and made a mistake coming out of 3. So now, Robot and Lavia now battling for 4th alone. Robot, Lava's trying to hold on down the inside. Can he make the pass stick? Yes, he can. So now that's Lav up to 4th. So now that's Lava up to 4th. There's Ben in 6th. Don't think he's got enough time to catch Robot. He'll give it a go, obviously. There's Mick in 7th. He's got Phil in 8th. Phil might yet catch him. Looking at lap times here. Let's see, 51.6 is the last lap for Mick. 58.6, so that was 3 seconds. This could be quite close between these two. Heading down now into turn 2. Yes, Danny, I've got a voice. Finally figured out how the voices and stuff work on PS5 at long last. So now he's not really gained that much time over this part of the lap. Here is Phil. Yeah, he's lost a bit of time. He's gained, but he hasn't gained as much as I thought he might. Robot's in. Robot's in. Okay, so that now moves Ben up to 5th. Mick will move up to 6th. And that'll put Phyllis down into 7th. Whoa, where's he gonna come out at? Robot comes out between Mick and... Ah! You almost got out ahead of Phil, but he didn't. So now, Robot, can he close up on Phil? He's gonna fresher tyres. This is gonna be quite a lively last lap, I feel, between these three. So it's something to keep an eye on. Graham is now a little bit lonely in 3rd, and Joe's a little bit lonely in 2nd. Stig is on to his final lap now. We've driven a pretty good race, to be fair. There's Larvin 4th. There's Ben in a lonely 5th. Mick now he is being caught by both Phil and Robot before the final lap. What's Robot doing? What's going on there? There we go. Unless he was getting rid of penalties. But that's cost him a possible shot here to Phil. So now, just keeping an eye on when the leader's going to come across the line. Phil has caught an absolute no end. Robot's back in the pit lane. What's going on there? What's going on there? As now we've got Phil really tearing it up on Mick. Heading out of 1. Now we're heading up into turn 2. Let's see what happens here. It's absolutely side by side. Now into 2. Let's see what happens. Yes. Phil's got him. Good job. Good job there from Phil. Now we've got... heading across the line, we're going to have the Stig, and he has done a good job here today. As he now heads across the line for first. Nicely done. Nicely done there from Stig. Joe finishes 2nd, Grim finishes 3rd. Brilliant effort from them two. Next across the line will be Lav. Now, Lav has done a very, very good race today. Very, very solid. Very, very solid job from him today. Nicely done. Next across the line will be Mr. Ben. Here he comes for 5th. Nice job in the end. Phil is going to hold off Mick. He is going to claim himself 6th place. Nicely done. There comes Mick across the line 7th. Here comes Illicit. He's going to head across the line 8th. And he's had a very, very solid race. Running wide out the final corner, but it's going to be no problem. There he goes, and here comes Robot. I don't quite understand why he pit in twice in 2 laps. That doesn't make sense, unless he made a bit of boo-boo on fuel. Or as I believe it's called, doing a smallie. There he goes across the line, and that is it. That's everyone across the line, and well done to the Stig. Very, very good job. And good job from all the racers today. Very, very... From what I've seen anyways, it was very, very clean. Very good job from each and every one of them. So that's it for now. I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. And the next one will be OFR on Sunday from Dragon Trail Gardens, I believe. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.